2 years ago this week, we were the first to lay out the detailed and damning evidence that then NIAID Director Dr. Anthony Fauci recklessly broke Obama and Trump administration rules to commission Peter Daszak's EcoHealth Alliance to carry out risky gain-of-function experiments on bat coronaviruses with the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China. Experiments that were the most likely cause of the pandemic. It was all dismissed by Fauci, Democrats and the media as a conspiracy theory. But this week, for the first time, we started to get confirmation from inside the US government that we were right all along. This report from the HHS Inspector General investigated the exact research project that we identified 2 years ago. News reports of this report focused on generalized criticism of the NIH, EcoHealth and the Wuhan lab, but it seems to me no one's actually read the report. Once you get over the dry bureaucratic language, there's a bombshell here. First of all, we should be clear that the central question, whether this research should have happened at all, is dodged as being a scientific judgment that is beyond the scope of the investigation. Well, it very much needs to be in the scope of the congressional investigation. We'll get to that in a moment. But despite that, look at this. We learned that in May 2016, the NIAID looked at the initial progress reports from EcoHealth and determined that the research could be gain of function. That's a quote. That is news, big news. We now know that people inside NIAID were worried that gain of function research was being done in Wuhan as part of this project. You'd think they'd keep a close eye on it. But instead, we now also know that EcoHealth Alliance should have submitted a subsequent progress report by the end of September 2019. But in fact, that progress report was handed in on August the 3rd, 2021. The Inspector General says in the understatement of the century, this is particularly concerning because NIH had already raised concerns about gain of function. And when they finally got the progress report, it did indeed suggest that there really had been gain of function carried out. So, what happened between September 2019, when the progress report with evidence of gain of function should have been submitted, and August 2021, when it actually was? Oh, just a global pandemic that killed millions and upended the entire world. Worse, we read in this report that if the procedures had been followed, it would have enabled, quote, new biosafety measures to be enacted. To add insult to massive global injury, EcoHealth claimed that the reason that their gain of function revealing progress report was 2 years late was they couldn't upload it to the NIH website. The Inspector General's verdict on that, quote, we could not find evidence to support that claim. And here's the most appalling part that should enrage every single person on the planet. The IG report concludes, with improved oversight, NIH may have been able to take more timely, corrective actions to mitigate the inherent risks associated with this type of research. There you have it. They should never have commissioned this research in the first place, but even once they did, their incompetence and carelessness meant they missed the chance to prevent a global pandemic. There must be accountability for Fauci, Francis Collins, and everyone at the NIH responsible for this massive and completely avoidable catastrophe.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.